Good morning, Scott here, known as Cantaloupe to some online, and I'm bringing another video to you on a subject that's interesting to me. It might be of interest to you or someone you know. And I want to talk about proof and evidence in the context of paradoxes. I've been watching some videos on YouTube, and I might link one in the description below. And I came across a couple of interesting puzzles or paradoxes that people have described, and the paradox, the quote unquote paradox, turned out not to be a paradox. They have a little trick or opportunity where it shows some proof. It like erects a logical scaffolding and then walks you through the scaffolding, pointing and directing your attention to the fact that there are no flaws in the scaffolding, and then you reach a conclusion which appears to deny the premise. So here's the thing: the scaffolding itself is the opportunity. And it's akin to the idea that if you are at a lake and you close your eyes, the lake doesn't cease to be real. It doesn't cease to exist. In fact, just because you cannot see a proof doesn't mean that something's not true or real. It just means that perhaps you're not able to see the evidence at that point. So it's an interesting grift. Another grift. There's a lot of these going around. Something to think about. Interesting to me anyway, where they have you look at something in a very specific way. They'll start at a certain point, or they will presume that other perspectives do not exist or are not relevant. And the only truth is that which is never completely disproven. It cannot be disproven. That's different than something just not being visible, something not being measurable. There are things that are true and are not measurable at the moment, but are true nonetheless. Most astronomical phenomena, just as an example, we can't easily, I'll speak for myself, I cannot easily fly up and measure, stars and celestial phenomena, but I'm pretty sure that these things exist, despite the fact that I cannot interact with them on a direct basis. But I think it's funny. It's funny that people will say, agree to this beforehand, and this ties into an idea that I covered in a different video. It's the prior agreement thing, really, at the bottom of it. It's if I get you to agree before we check all our facts, before we allow due process to run its course, if I get you to agree based on this scaffolding that was very cleverly and strategically set up, then you must stick to that agreement. Don't fall victim for this. Wait for due process. Say, get something in writing. it's just one more grift. There's plenty of grifters out there, and I think it's on the increase. Unfortunately, a lot of people trying to rip people off. Reach out if you like with questions or comments to whitehotrobot@gmail.com. Thank you.